We're talking about a movie that can only be described as a buddy cop movie put in the book of Revelations. We've got demons, we've got paper dinosaurs, and we've got a guy that gets sucked right into Satan's mad boob. Yes, that's real. Welcome to Creepin' It Real. Thanks for joining me. We're talking about 1988's The Peacock King. Now, this was directed by the same guy who did Ricky O. And if you know anything about that movie, then you know you're in for a wild ride. So, The Peacock King. What we have here is a very classic idea of a prophecy of Satan returning to Earth, but before he can return to Earth, the Virgin of Hell has to open the four gates of hell. Then he can enter this world. Now, there are a couple groups of monks that have foreseen this, and they were training up special students to combat Satan when this time came. Here's where the buddy cop scenario comes into line. We have one very straight-laced monk and one very who cares, just get the job done monk. This movie has subtitles, and this is very important. I searched online to find a copy to watch, and I did find one on Daily Motion, but the subtitles were horrendous. I did eventually find one. I have no idea where it was, but I'm sure that my phone has a ton of viruses now. But this one, the translation of the subs seemed pretty decent. At the same time, I'm not totally sure, and that might have added to some of the confusion that I had while watching this movie. But I have to be honest, there's only one reason to watch this movie, and that's the practical effects, because the storyline is very meh. Now, when I said paper dinosaurs, these are museum displays that are real paper dinosaurs that come to life. It's very fun. There's also a lot of stop motion animation that is used, and these scenes really could be removed from the movie and you wouldn't miss anything. There's like this whole scene where there's trash on the ground. It's like a hamburger wrapper, and inside of this wrapper is like half a dozen teeny mouse-sized demons that they pop out, and the monk starts talking to them. These little demons have nothing to do with the rest of this movie at all. So these monks are trying to find these gateways to hell and stop the Virgin of Hell from opening them. This Virgin of Hell has some kind of demonic witch that I guess is guiding her throughout this journey. And at some point, this witch transforms into some crazy monster. And this is where most of the practical effects come in that are just mind-blowing. And I don't mean mind-blowing as in like, how did they do that? But just the creativity that came behind it. She turns into this creature, split-face creature that opens up. But what's funny about this whole scene, as these monks and this woman that tags along, which, by the way, one of my favorite lines is, this woman wants to tag along, and this one monk says, "No, you're a woman, you'll just get in the way." Granted, it came across a little misogynist, but it isn't untrue. She literally does nothing for this movie. They're walking down this alley, and they realize they have to go into the sewers to find this next gate of hell. But as they're going down there, these just two bystanders decide to start following them. We don't even know where these people come from. They're just literally two guys on the street that are just like, hey, here's two monks and a hot chick. We should probably follow them into the sewer for some reason. They follow them down. Now, this is where that demonic witch transforms into the split-face monster, and there's this huge battle. The only reason I can see these two guys following them is just so they can act as red shirts, and they can get killed in this scene just so that there feels like there's actually some kind of danger in this, because you know the two monks and this hot chick are not gonna die. So they fight the split-face demon witch. They think that they destroy her. Within this process, the fourth gate of hell is opened. This is where these two monks come to find out that they are actually twin brothers that were separated when their father realized that this evil cult of monks were trying to actually propel the four gates to be opened to bring Satan to this plane. And the two brothers are separated, raised by different monk groups to fulfill their purpose in destroying Satan. They come together, they join their powers, and they blow Satan away. Peace comes to earth. The Virgin of Hell gives up her powers, and I guess everybody lives happily? I'm not totally sure about that part. Into the story, hooray. Now, I'm not going to tell you that this is a fantastic movie, because it's not. The storyline is paper thin. but the practical effects really pulled me in. I really enjoyed it. I have mentioned in the past that Asians really know how to do horror well. Now, there are some that are genuinely scary. This is not a scary movie at all. It's just a fun monster movie with practical effects there to entertain. And I enjoyed it for that reason alone. This is not high art. This is goofy popcorn movie. And I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10. Now, this is a high recommend from me purely for that. Objectively, this is not a great film, but for those of you out there that like that kind of a weird thing that comes out of Asia and you like seeing these practical effects that are going way out, you need to watch this. Again, take time to find a version that has legitimately good subtitles, or you can buy a Blu-ray version. Do a little research. You can find it online. It's going to be a fun watch. So I'm going to end with this question. What is the weirdest practical effect you have ever seen portrayed in a movie? What movie was that? I need to hear it. Leave it in the comments below. If it's something I've never seen before, I will definitely check it out, and I'll give you my thoughts on that later. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share. If you made it this far, you're a champion. You get a gold star. This has been Creepin' It Real. I'm Judah. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you later.